weather. The snow is clearing out right now. Temperatures are plummeting, and gusty winds will make it very dangerous for the rest of the evening. Crews are hard at work across the entire eastern shore to clear the snow there. Live look outside right now. Roads covered in snow. A wind chill advisory goes into effect in just a few hours. A number of school systems have already closed or announced delays, and you can see that information at the bottom of the screen. WJC is live with a team of reporters on this major winter blast. Let's first get an update on the situation with Meg McNamara live in the Weather Center, tracking the snow and the bitter cold. Meg.
Hi, Vic. Yes. Well, we're starting to see those snow showers move off to the east. So the eastern shore certainly saw the brunt of this system when it comes to Maryland. And you can see slowly but surely they are clearing on out. And just though as that threat dies down, what we do have are dangerous wind chills overnight. This wind chill advisory, the area of light blue there, that starts at 10 o'clock tonight and lasts through noon tomorrow. And we're expecting wind chills to be as low as 10 below. Now, as we look at the winter weather advisories, the winter storm warning, and the blizzard warning, the good news there is those should expire really within the next hour or so. But the threat is definitely the bone-chilling cold combined with whipping winds. Baltimore, we hit 26 today. We're now down to 22. Annapolis, mid-20s as we look to western Maryland. Hagerstown, 18 degrees. Oakland, 12. Cumberland, 12 for you. Northwest winds really kicking. So we have gusts recorded from this afternoon, 40 to 50 miles an hour, and expecting gusts up to 50 really through the overnight hours. So you can see that that's really affecting how it feels. Baltimore already feeling only like 6 degrees. DC, you're down to 3. Hagerstown 1. As I mentioned, though, that threat does not wrap up until lunchtime tomorrow. Taking a look at some of the snow totals, well, of course, it really depended on where you were. So Ocean City, 11 inches for you. Salisbury, 10 inches. California in St. Mary's County, just over 4 inches. BWI recorded just under an inch, it looks like. So as that threat reps up, we'll talk about what we can expect over the next few days. Denise?
All right, thank you, Megan. Our first morning weather coverage continues with Mike Helgren. He's live in Ocean City, where the conditions remain treacherous. Mike?
They certainly do, Denise, and Ocean City has gotten its share of snow, as you can see right here. But the next step in this storm is dealing with that polar vortex, that frigid air from the Arctic, from Siberia, that's coming down to settle on Maryland, and this is not going to thaw anytime soon. Punishing hurricane-force wind gusts, snow, and frigid cold created dangerous conditions on Maryland's eastern shore, which bore the brunt of a powerful cyclonic coastal blizzard.
It's pretty crazy. We found out the roads are pretty impassable with all the snow drifts. The
governor declared a state of emergency. State highway crews used almost 2,000 pieces of equipment to keep roads passable.
People say, oh, it's not that bad in certain places, but there's ice, there's blowing wind conditions, and very dry snow that's creating, in some cases, 6-foot wind drifts, and we've seen cars completely buried in snow.
The angry Atlantic churned in Ocean City. Hundreds of people got stuck or in accidents as the storm intensified. More than 100 in Salisbury alone.
I'm from Kansas. I'm kind of used to this, but this is insane. I've never experienced anything like this before.
The storm cut power to some and caused coastal flooding, and the extreme weather is not over, with winds continuing and temperatures dropping to record levels as some of the coldest air in years blankets Maryland.
With the icing of the roads and the plowing, and then melting and refreezing with the cold temperatures, it's going to continue to be a problem.
And in these conditions, WJZ saw people trying to boogie board and surf. Look at this guy trying to catch a wave. Not a good idea. And you can see that icy sheen. It looks like an ice skating rink out here in this parking lot. But boy, we know it's cold out here. Can you imagine getting in the water? It is bad enough standing out here with this big hat and this big coat on tonight. Reporting live in Ocean City, Mike Helgren, WJZ.
I was about to say, I can't imagine standing where you're standing, Mike. Thank you very much, and you guys be safe out there. Other areas on the eastern shore are buried by snow tonight as well. First morning weather coverage continues now with Rick Ritter live in Easton. What's the situation there, Rick?
Well, Vic, the temperature is definitely dropping and the winds are certainly picking up. We're live with the WJZ Mobile Weather Lab. We're going to take a quick look at the temperature over here. About 24 degrees, feeling like 14. We've seen that go down to 10 at times. The wind gusts hovering right around 20 miles per hour. And obviously that is a major concern out here. The wind gusts, it was a problem coming over the Bay Bridge earlier. It's going to be a problem tonight as the wind gusts continue to pick up, if you will. Come down here a little bit. We're just going to take a live look at Route 50. Traffic getting along just fine. But guys, with the temperatures dropping, the wind picking up, these are dicey conditions at best. And it's hard to believe that it's only going to get worse over the next few hours. The massive storm roared into the eastern shore, riding over the Bay Bridge. Its power was quickly obvious, unleashing whipping winds. Icy conditions that caused this tractor trailer to jackknife on the other side and dumping up to a half a foot of snow on Easton. One of the hardest hit areas where some hunkered down for the day.
We probably will not leave. Yesterday, I made sure we had everything for a couple days.
Like many, Hillary and George Holzer woke up to a winter mess.
It's been cold as heck for the last week, so, you know, it's like, okay, this is just more of the same thing.
While they're not leaving their home, others who tried learned the hard way.
It's because we don't have a lot of thread tracking on our tire. It's so slippery and icy out there. It's just, we're sliding everywhere.
A winter that's already been smacking Maryland head on and shows no signs of slowing down. Back out here live, taking a quick look at the temperature again, about 24 degrees, the wind gusts hovering around 20 miles per hour. Governor Hogan was here earlier in Easton assessing the impact of this storm. And again, with the temperatures dropping overnight, the wind gusts picking up, if you are heading out on the road tonight or tomorrow morning, it's best that you avoid that if you can. But if you do head out, certainly take it slow and give yourself time to get to where you're going. Live with the WJZ Mobile Weather Lab tonight, I'm Rick Ritter. We'll send it back to you guys.
Always good advice. Thank you, Rick. Now let's check in with Kimberly Eaton. She is live with the situation in Annapolis. Kimberly?
And Denise, the snow stopped falling hours ago, but a lot like Rick seeing out there in Easton, the wind just won't quit. And to give you some idea of how much it's blowing out here, this is our buddy Ronaldo. He works for the city. He's been out here salting and shoveling on and off since 4 o'clock this morning, now just trying to combat the wind that is blowing snow everywhere tonight. Beneath the wind-whipped stars and stripes, a blanket of white over Maryland's capital city.
When the town looks so beautiful like this too, I think it's like a postcard.
A picture-perfect storm, but one that comes with a lot of cleanup.
I could see guys busy at work then, and most of the streets I've been on are pretty good.
The mayor says work well underway Thursday before the snow even stopped falling. Plows, shovels, even a few brooms, clearing 2 inches off the streets and sidewalks in Annapolis, but competing with the 50-mile-per-hour winds, blowing it right back, sticking just enough to leave some drivers spinning. On foot, fewer holdups, and a first for Fabio, visiting from Brazil.
It's fantastic for us to see all the snow so bright and white.
Well, Marylanders brace to see much more this winter. And back out here live, this is what city leaders are most concerned about tonight, this ice on the water. They say on waterways, lakes, rivers near you, it may look thick enough, it may look safe enough to walk on. They say it is certainly not. They're urging you to stay off of it tonight and to keep a close eye on your kids and your pets. Reporting live in Annapolis, I'm Kimberly Eaton for WJZ.
All right, thank you, Kimberly. Now, we're happy to report so far no significant power outages are reported, but the wind could cause that to change overnight.